What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 episode 14. So first of all, can I just say something real quick before we get into this episode, because this ain't a whole lot to talk about. On the previews for next week, it looks like we back at home. So you mean to tell me we spent less time in Barcelona than we did in Austin, Texas? We only getting 2 episodes in Barcelona. We had like 10 in Austin, Texas for the Real Housewives of Potomac. That's what we doing? Bravo. Okay. Moving on. So we pick up where we left off. The ladies are on the side of the road, waiting for the ambulance because Crystal is having a whole situation. It's more than just car sickness. Her veins are popping. She's sweating. And Anne-Marie, is helping to triage as best as she can until the ambulance gets there. And she even said, these are stroke-like symptoms that I'm seeing. You could tell she was very concerned. The ambulance got there and they checked Crystal's blood pressure, and it was so high. Like, it was definitely at a stroke level. We find out later on that Crystal high blood pressure does run in her family. As somebody who literally just went through this in their family, yeah, I was about to get upset. I just recently went through this with a family member over the holiday. Yeah, don't play with it. Like, really don't play with it and listen to your body. That person called me, it was the night before Thanksgiving, and they called me and they were like, oh, I'm feeling a little, should I go to the hospital? And they told me they had taken some medicine, and I was like, oh, we'll see how you feel. Give the medicine time to work. And they woke up and felt worse, and so they went to the emergency room. Thank God it was very mild, and they're, almost 100% better. They're a lot better now. But it really, really, and, Crystal said later on in the episode that she was very scared. It really scared the hell out of her. So we see that the ladies, Crystal goes to the hospital. The ladies keep going. They go to the chapel. Now, I thought it was interesting that nobody went to the hospital with Crystal. I'm sure that there was a conversation about it. And I'm sure that some of the ladies probably even volunteered to go. I'm sure they did. You know what I mean? They just didn't show all of that. But neither here nor there. Crystal went to the hospital by herself. The rest of the ladies, they went on to the chapel. And, of course, they lit candles. Erica is Erica. She's just very cynical. I don't want to use the word disrespectful, because everybody's relationship with God is their relationship with God. So I'm not going to tell Erica she was being disrespectful because she was cursing or because she sort of had this blah attitude about it, because I don't know her experience with religion, and I'm not going to judge her reverence. I know for me, I know where I am with things. And some people might say it's hypocritical if you curse outside of the church. Why you can't curse while you're in the church? I don't know. But that's just me. But the ladies all had their moment. And we saw that Sutton and Kyle shared a moment. They talked about Sutton's dad and Kyle's friend and how they just have to find a way to come to peace. Sutton said in the Catholic Church, they preach that when you unalive yourself, you go to hell. That's how I was raised as well, being raised Catholic. She said, but I don't believe that. I'm Presbyterian, and I like to think that my dad is in heaven looking over me. And so her and Kyle had a moment, and they apologized to each other for all the things they had said. And listen, whether you believe in the God that I believe in or not, I think that for anybody who believes in a higher power, whatever that looks like for you, I think that he or she or it, again, whatever, you can heal all things and can bring us to a place where we can, because I know there's some people that it would have to be God telling me to ever talk to them again or forgive them. But I know it could happen if he tell me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do it on my own. Now, Erica is still mad because the girls are not falling over themselves to apologize to her about these earrings, that she won the appeal. Like, she didn't win the case. Like, she still don't have them damn earrings. And like I explained last week, the problem isn't again, the issue for me, the issue is your attitude about the fact that somewhere down the road money was spent from taken from, whether it was directly out of the account or indirectly. We know that your husband didn't pay the people that he owed money to, but he lived this lavish lifestyle, and part of that lavish lifestyle was your lavish lifestyle, and part of your lavish lifestyle were these $4 million earrings, whatever, however much they cost. At this point, I don't even know, and I don't understand why Erica can't understand the connection. But neither here nor there, girl, Erica, they're not. Nobody is going to bend over backwards to apologize to you about that for the exact thing I just explained to you. And if you don't get it, ain't nothing I can do to make you get it, girl. So the ladies go to lunch. They go down to this area was built for the World's Fair in 1929. It's beautiful cobblestone restaurants and shops and all of that great stuff. The ladies go there for lunch, and I know that some of you guys disagree with me, which I knew you would when I said it. But I still feel the way that I feel, and I appreciated this conversation that Garcelle and Dorit had. They sort of revisited the conversation about words and race and, you know, microaggressions. And what I can appreciate from Dorit said, listen, I grew up Jewish. I dealt with anti-Semitic situations, and we ended up having to move because of it. And what I appreciated that Dorit said was, I am in no way comparing my experience to yours, but I want you to know that I understand, and I want to understand, and I don't want, please let me know when I am doing or saying. Now, here's the thing. I know what I can appreciate is that Garcelle was like, we can do that. And I want us to be in that space where I can tell you and you not get defensive and you hear me. Because if I feel like that, then I feel like you can hear me, right? Now, I know some of y'all don't agree with that, and that's okay. I still love you anyway, and I hope you still love me too. I get it. Everybody doesn't agree, and that's fine. We saw Anne-Marie call her husband, and she called her husband. She was talking to the kids, and she was like, is Daddy there? And of course the girls are giggling. You call him Daddy? And she was like, when my kids are around, yes. Now, Dr. Heavenly explained that's why she calls her husband Daddy. She said when the kids were small, I would call him Daddy. I wouldn't call him by his name in front of the kids. I would call him Daddy. My best friend, she calls her husband Dad. She says, Dad, where's Dad? It's Dad. And she calls him Dad when she's talking to him in front of the kids. My aunt does it. She does the same thing. I mean, again, my cousins are grandparents at this point. But up until my uncle passed away, she would say Dad. She would say, did you talk to Dad? Go get Dad. Because a lot of people don't want to use the name in front of their kids, because then the kids will pick that up. You know what I'm saying? So I know once the kids are older or whatever, people have a tendency to kind of like laugh about it. It's like, Dad. But that's where a lot of that comes from. Now, I ain't saying that's a black thing, because I'm sure there are a whole lot of white families that do it. But I just thought, I love the way that Anne-Marie was like, yeah, when my kids are around, I call him Dad. Like, that's what he is. So anyway, moving on. Of course, they had to giggle and make it something that was sexual, whatever. So as the ladies are leaving, they don't have time to shop because they have to get back and get ready, because Sutton has invited some of her friends to meet back at the house. They're having a paella class. Well, at least I thought they were going to be learning how to cook paella, but it looked like they just watched the people cook the paella. But paella is a great dish. I've had it a few times. It's really, really good. But we saw the ladies shopping because baby Kyle can't walk past the store, so Kyle ran into the store. And of course, once Kyle went into the store, Dorit went into the store. And then once Kyle and Dorit went into the store, then Garcelle said, well, shit, I want to go into the jewelry store. So then Erica, Kyle, and Anne-Marie were at the other store. And Sutton said, I got 3 minutes, baby. And she started the timer. I said, I know that's right. She said, listen, I done been shopping with these women, and I know that this could turn into an all-day situation. So I got to tell them they got 3 minutes so they can get in what they got to get and get the hell out. And at this point, Kyle, you just shop just because you have the money and you just want to spend money. Because she literally bought a ring that was too small just because it was cute. Girl, what you gonna give it to Portia? And maybe she is. But literally, it was too small. And she was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. You just buying shit just to be buying it. Because at this point, again, you know, I'm at the point now where I've traveled so much. I don't even really buy souvenirs anymore. Because, you know, you used to buy all these souvenirs from people, keychains and t-shirts. And I used to buy all this stuff for people. And I remember, let me tell you something. I still have souvenirs from places I've been because I bought it for people who I never saw, or when I saw them, I forgot to give it to them. I don't buy souvenirs no more. Okay? Where'd I go last summer? I went to Jamaica. I think I bought a t-shirt for my nephew. Okay? He 5. He the only, and where'd I go? I just went somewhere. Oh, when I went to LA, I didn't buy my nephew nothing. And I think that might be the first time since he was born that I went somewhere and I didn't buy him anything. Listen, I'm just over the souvenir thing. I say all that to say, Portia don't need you to buy her nothing. Now, if you saw it and it was cute, cool. But, girl, Kyle just be shopping just to be shopping. The ladies are getting ready to go. The ladies are getting in glam. And Erica is drunk as hell. Erica had been drinking all day and Erica is drunk, okay? And we all know that a drunk Erica can go left or right. Either she could be really funny or she could be really obnoxious. She was a little bit of both, okay? There were times when she was obnoxious, but there were definitely times when she was hilarious. Can I say something? As somebody who herself is on a weight loss journey, this Ozempic is not looking good on these ladies. I liked Erica with the curves. Erica is too small for me. And I know I'm on the outside looking in and, you know, who am I to tell somebody how they should look or whatever. But I liked, first of all, Erica wasn't fat. You know what I mean? Did she pick up a few pounds over the last couple of years? She did. But she still wasn't what I would call fat. Maybe when she looked in the mirror. But to me, she is too small, you guys. All season long, I'm looking at her. And I'm like, it's not, the weight loss doesn't look good on her. Same thing with Kyle. Like, you're too small. It's just too small for me. But anyway, you know, who am I to tell these people? Who am I to tell these people? So the ladies are getting ready and Sutton's friends show up and she calls them the erudite. Now, every time I hear the word erudite, all I think about is the movie Divergent, where the people were in factions, and erudite was one of the factions. But erudite is another word for, I guess, the bourgeoisie, the upper class, blah, blah, blah. And so, basically, Sutton told them women to be on their best behavior because her friends are a little, you know, a little high class, a little snooty, and she don't want to be, basically, don't embarrass me in front of these people, is what she told her friends, basically. But it looks like dinner was nice. I mean, it looks like Sutton's friends were really nice. Garcelle was flirting with the chef's daddy, okay? Because she was flirting with the chef. But then when she met the daddy, she said, oh, okay, I'll take him, okay? I'll be your stepmama. And I was here for it, okay? I don't have no, listen, Garcelle is single, and I don't feel like she was overly, like, sexual towards this man. But let me tell you what I did catch. Now, y'all tell me if y'all caught what I caught. Did y'all see when Erica, because she was drunk, did y'all see when Erica said something? She called out, I forgot the chef's name. Let's just call him Bob. She was like, Bob, get your, and they cut it. I said, I wonder if Erica said something a little inappropriate to him, but in light of Bravo's current legal situation as it relates to lawsuits and people making accusations, I wonder if they edited it out. And it makes me think that maybe that's something that they would have kept in a year ago. Because I know Erica was drunk, and I'm sure Erica said something inappropriate. I'm sure she did. Listen, I will put money that Erica said something inappropriate. Because the way it was edited, it was just cut. Like, she was in mid-word, and they just cut it. And I was like, Erica done said something she wasn't supposed to say. So anyway, they're sitting down, they're having dinner. And Erica is being obnoxious, child. Erica is talking about how, because they keep talking about Merce. Baby, why Erica gonna tell everybody that Sutton had Merce in a Ziploc bag? Erica, you ain't had to put that girl out there like that. Everybody laughed, but I mean, they were like, well, I mean, she did. She kind of did. Then she said, Mercer's in the purse. I mean, it was just Erica, and it was hilarious, but it was also obnoxious because I was like, okay, now you just really getting on my nerves. You're doing too much. Then, you know, Sutton's friend, I think his name was Travis. He told everybody stories about, you know, Sutton when they were younger and when they first met. And he was like, you used to live in Brooklyn. Erica was like, Brooklyn? Oh, you were poor. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? There are like multi-million-dollar apartments in Brooklyn. Girl, what are you talking? Erica, what is wrong with you? Like, Brooklyn is not a poor. Girl, what? Anyway, I was like, girl, okay. Because I know people who live in Brooklyn and that shit ain't cheap. Okay. Now maybe Brooklyn in the 1980s, another conversation, but she said it like, you know, I mean, I could even see if she said, well, Brooklyn in the 1980s. Oh my gosh, Sutton. But anyway, because I don't have a reference point for Brooklyn in the 1980s. But I feel like most of New York was a cesspool in the 1980s. Sorry. But anyway. So we found out that, you know, Sutton, one thing her friend said to her, he said, you're different. He said, you're not, he said, you're a lot more sure of yourself now than the girl that I knew when I first met you. And she was like, thank you. He said, I can definitely see your growth. I see your growth as a person. And she was like, thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, thank you, thank you, thank you. So then, everybody went to bed. Poor Kyle, you know, she not drinking, so she was eating all that chocolate. Maybe that's why she got to be on the Ozempic, because maybe she done substituted the alcohol for food, honey, because she was tearing that chocolate up in the middle of the night, okay? So the next morning, the ladies are getting ready, and they're going to have this whole spiritual release of the ashes, and Sutton is giving them these, like, flower wreaths, and it's like a whole ceremony they're going to have, and Travis is coming back for them to release Mercer's ashes, excuse me. And Sutton ends up having a breakdown, and Sutton explained it. She said, you know, I'm not just releasing Merce. I feel like I'm releasing Merce and my dad and my husband all at the same time. Like, I feel like this is me releasing the death of my marriage, my father, my mentor. And she said those are the most important men in my life that I feel like I'm getting rid of, that I'm releasing all of that now. And I definitely can understand once she explained it, I was like, wow, I get it. She said, you know, with my husband, I mean, she's known her husband since he was 14 years old. And when we got divorced, I thought we were getting ready to go to couples counseling. Like, he moved out, but we had a conversation that we would continue to work on our marriage through counseling. She said, but once he moved out, next thing I know, he was telling me I needed to get a lawyer. He had filed for divorce. And she said it totally rocked my world, and it was a shock to me. She said, and now he is physically moving. He's moving to Europe. And so it's just been a lot for her and a lot of an adjustment. So I understood the breakdown, and I was here for Sutton. Like, you know, it was more than just her releasing the ashes. She said it was all wrapped up in one. And she even had some of her dad's ashes, but she said she's lost them. She said, I've moved so many times, I don't have them anymore. Which has definitely got to be devastating. You know, definitely got to be devastating. I'm going to just leave it at that. But anyway, that was pretty much the episode, you guys. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.